Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Philip AROKO has been released on a 300,000 cash bail by the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Court, but given several conditions which he must adhere to, without which or failure to which that bond will be revoked and AROKO will be brought back to custody. Now, in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to focus on these restrictions which AROKO has been given, because word has it that he has been barred from traveling to Homa Bay County. So before we go further on this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video to enable you to share it to many other people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed before. And to our existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So,
the respondent to deposit a cash bail of 300,000 shillings with two contact persons, one of whom must be a close blood relative. 2. The respondent to deposit his passport with the court pending the currency of this matter. 3. The respondent not to travel to Homa Bay County, being the home county of the deceased and his home county, during the pendency of this matter. 4. The respondent not to contact family members or close relatives of the deceased during the pendency of this matter. 6. The respondent not to contact any of the suspects or respondents who have so far been arraigned in court during the pendency of this matter.
Philip AROKO has been released, but on a cash bail of 300,000. Now let's focus on the restrictions, because in law, if you are told to adhere to certain rules and regulations and you ignore them, then the courts will always revoke your bond. And then that would mean you'll be brought back to custody na utakaa pale mpaka kesi ishe. So let us focus on the ruling. Now, going by this story, ladies and gentlemen, when that ruling was being delivered, Principal Magistrate Arin Gichobi imposed several conditions on AROKO's release. He was ordered to surrender his passport to the court. Passport. That is the first thing that you're normally requested to surrender, your passport, because that can enable you, run to another country because you're running away from this case. So the passport was supposed to be surrendered. The second condition, ladies and gentlemen, is AROKO was prohibited from traveling to Homa Bay, the home county of the late Member of Parliament, Charles ONGONDO. So AROKO is also supposed to travel back to Homa Bay County. Now, we all know that AROKO has ambitions of becoming a Member of Parliament, Kasipul. So this condition which he has been given is going to deter him from, from working towards becoming a Member of Parliament for Kasipul. Remember, should IBC reconstitution become successful, then Kasipul will be forced to go through a by-election. Now, one of the contestants there we know is Philip AROKO. But Philip AROKO has been told you cannot go back to Homa Bay County. Yeah, it's his home county, but he can't go back. So let's delve into another condition. The court restricted Philip AROKO from contacting family members, other suspects, or any individual associated with the case. The police still believe that there are many people out there who are part of this ordeal. Now, these people must all be arrested. So Philip AROKO is being released, but told that, look here, if you engage in any activity that will jeopardize the case, the ongoing case, then again, that bond is forfeited. So these are several conditions which AROKO must adhere to, ladies and gentlemen. So let us go through each and every condition. Remember last week when AROKO presented himself to the DCI, Giri, the intention was that he was just going to write a statement, record a statement, and then he would be released. But they see At the Gigiri police station, AROKO was arrested, put into custody. So the following day, I remember seeing a video where lawyers representing AROKO went to court demanding that their client be produced in court. AROKO had not been produced, but the following day AROKO was produced, and then of course the prosecutors wanted them to be detained for some time for investigation to be done, but the defense didn't want that to happen. They wanted AROKO to be out on bond, but again the prosecutors won that battle, and AROKO was detained for 7 days. Now today being the Friday of 16th May 2025, this was the 7th day of AROKO being in custody. So the courts had to release him on cash bail, but with conditions. So these conditions, ladies and gentlemen, I started off by telling you how being stopped from traveling to Homa Bay County is going to affect his political ambitions. You know, we all know that, just like I explained, Homa Bay County, especially Kasipul, is going to go through some kind of by-election. Of course, that is going to take place. Because by-election is going to take place, AROKO would want to also throw his weight behind that campaign. But we know that this case haitaisha leo. Hii case itaenda bado. Kwa sababu hii case bado itaendelea, AROKO ameambiwa don't go to Homa Bay County. Now, how is he going to campaign if he can't go to Homa Bay County? Of course, we know in Kenya, you are innocent until proven guilty. So we can as well say, despite the fact that there are allegations that Philip AROKO is a suspect who financed the whole thing, but he's still innocent until proven guilty. That is why he's being told that he should not collaborate with anybody who might have been involved in this issue, meaning he should not be seen to be providing information to anybody, any suspect, you know, because it's believed that people are still out there who are supposed to be arrested. So AROKO has been given strict conditions which he must adhere to. So I'm seeing this directive from the court as a direction towards stopping AROKO from contesting. So he will not contest. Second thing, being told not to contact family members. Sometimes AROKO can use the family members to pass certain information, because amekuwa prohibited from contacting other people, so he can use family members to do the dirty job, you know, or to do the dirty work. So because that is something that the courts are very much aware of, the courts have put a break to any move of that sort. So it means AROKO itabidi ni kama vile mfungwa tu bado, because ukiwa cell huwezi contact watu, huwezi interact na mashahidi, wewe uko kwa cell until watu waje kutembele wewe. So ni kama mambo wewe kaa nje, lakini uko nje ujifunge, and you must adhere to these conditions. So him being prohibited from, you know, contacting suspects, members, I think that's a move, a bold move of warning AROKO against interfering with the case, you know. Then there's something here that again I failed to mention, you know, from this statement which I'm going through right now. Let me just read the statement. The court also directed that AROKO refrain from interfering with any evidence that could be critical to the ongoing investigation. As per his bail conditions, AROKO is required to report regularly to investigating officers and to provide any evidence needed in connection with the case. So well, I think this is okay, because he must provide officers with investigative materials needed, actually evidences, more evidences needed. So by looking at all these conditions imposed on AROKO, ni kama kuna kitu ambacho kishajitokeza hapa, na again ni kwamba amecooperate. So kwa sababu amecooperate na wale inaonekana kwamba basi kuna lead ambayo iko hapa, na that's why maybe we can say that the arrests zimefanyika haraka. All these people have been brought to book haraka. So all these are because AROKO cooperated, and the judge said so. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this release of AROKO on bond? Earlier on last week, you remember AROKO chased away all the lawyers. akina Danson Omari, akina Cliff Ombeta were forced to leave the courts in half. Why? Because AROKO alisema I don't need any legal representation. I think that would mean AROKO was ready to cooperate with them. You know, we only use the lawyers kama wataka ujidefend, utaka kutoa information, lakini kama ushaamua utaka kutoa information, I think hapo sasa wewe ni kutoa tu information na you don't need any defense lawyers. But again, we've seen baada hapo AROKO and his team of lawyers, they made faces, and that's why kulikuwa kuna ile cooperation between the two camps. So we can just in summary say kwamba AROKO itambidi akae Kisii, akae Migori, akae Nairobi, akae Mombasa, anaweza kaa Turkana, anaweza kaa Kisumu, anaweza kaa Siaya, those counties, lakini hawezi kuenda Homa Bay County. It's not clear until when, lakini asiende Homa Bay County. So in the event that AROKO tours Homa Bay County using a chopper, kisirisiri, that bail will be revoked and AROKO will be taken back to custody. That is what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this move by the courts. Do you think AROKO should have been released ama angebaki na wale wenzake ambao wako pale for 30 days? You see the rest of the arrestees wako pale for 30 days, you know, but AROKO yake kwa 7 days. Do you think AROKO angebaki tu pale ili investigation iende mpaka ishe, ama inamaanisha investigation kama inaenda kuisha ya DCI ni kama DCI wamepata lead sasa, they don't need AROKO ndani pale na AROKO amewapatia information ama wangehitaji? So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wind up there, but just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this development. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.